Hi, I've got some book recommendations for you. So many people ask me, is there any specific book or what are the type of books that help you develop your communication skills? I've already done videos on how to read, the effective tips to read books to get language without any mentor or trainer. Books will definitely guide you. I have a lot of them here. I would like to share with you the books that I've experienced, something from my thought. Of course, I did not like all the books I bought. Some of them were overhyped. So I'll be sharing the details. And I collect most of the books from stores. I buy it from different online stores and even wholesale shops that we have all across the country. So you can get it from anywhere. And of course, you have the online stores like Amazon, Flipkart, and different book stores are there. Okay, now to help you out, these books are specifically for intermediate and beginners. Some of them are written in basic English. At the same time, clarity of thought is there. So this is going to help you with clarity of thought, communication skills. That is why I chose all these books. It's going to help the beginners, the intermediate, and also with advanced thinking, critical thinking, reasoning out. Many of you tell me that I get stuck while speaking in English. It's because you don't have the clarity of thought. It's because your communication skills are not up to the mark. If you want to improve your communication skills, you can just get access to books. Expose yourself to all the books. It's not about how many books you read in a month or in a year. It's all about how you enjoy and what are the things that you get from the book. Now, let's get started. I wouldn't say that I read all these books this year. I have some that I finished reading, those that were read earlier. So if you really want to listen to book reviews, it's there on my channel. I have mentioned about many thick books, thin books, short stories. It was done 2 years back. Even recently I did book reviews. Please go back to that. It's there on my Instagram feed, as well as I've done separate videos on book reviews. Okay, the first one, I'm very sure that you would have seen this book and most of you would have experienced it already. So we'll begin with something that is very, very easy. Don't believe everything you think. Yeah, the title itself is catchy. Joseph Guen. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a beautiful book. It's a thin book and you can finish it in a day or two. It's all about thoughts and the verb think, the difference between thinking and the thought process. Yes, you shouldn't believe everything that you think. Some of them are detached thoughts, some of them are attached thoughts. At the same time, the author beautifully compiles the idea of staying detached through attachment, thought process, thinking. Everything is not a reality. Whatever comes to your mind need not be the reality, the existence, the fact. So many things are described here in simple words. So beginners can definitely go into this. How the human experience is created, the 3 principles. It's put in simple words. These are actually intricate, complicated thoughts, and you can convey the same thing in flamboyant language, but it's put in easy, simple to read, easy to read words. So you can read as a beginner, you can read aloud. I've already mentioned about the effective tips to reading, effective ways of reading aloud and shadowing. Your thinking can trap you. It can lead to suffering, even on social media, otherwise also in real life. Your thought process itself can trap you. Thoughts are different, the thinking process is different. Even before you indulge in that process, thinking itself can trap you in many ways, and you can become a victim if you're not going to pay attention to these principles and if you don't detach yourself from what you're thinking. Now, one more point is all that you understand, all that you perceive is incorrect. Is it? That's not the idea here. It's not that whatever you think is wrong and you shouldn't be thinking. You have to think. So it's about thinking, thoughts, and also how you analyze so many things. So it'll help you with all that. Definitely communication skills also. The next book, I did not like this book. I don't know whether you have read this one. This is by Nisha Susan, and the title is The Women who forgot to invent Facebook and other stories. So it's a compilation of many stories. It's a beautiful cover. I like the cover page, and you shouldn't judge a book by the cover, that's true. And the title is also very catchy, but I do not like the story plots except for one or two. All the titles of the stories are catchy. It's a good pick if you want to read and get some words, phrases. So if you're an advanced learner also, you can pick this book. If you're an intermediate learner also, you can pick this book. Because if you look up a dictionary or refer to a dictionary or some online source, you'll be able to get some beautiful words. But otherwise, personally, whatever I'm sharing here is my personal opinion. I did not like the story plot of many of the stories. It's about how people use technology, especially the social media platforms, Facebook, the kind of connection that's established on social media. I thought it's very interesting, but there are other interesting books that I'm going to purchase this month or the next one, and I'll be sharing more about that. But here it's not about that. It's all about the experience without strong storylines. Of course, I understood the stories, but maybe you have a different opinion about this, but I didn't like the book except for one or two. Anyway, you can pick this book if you're interested. The next book this is also a very famous book, The Mountain is You. This is similar. I wouldn't say that they have the same thoughts, but still it's more about focusing on you, the self, how you can be the first person to trap yourself. The Mountain is You, the title itself is catchy, and it's all about how you validate your feelings, how you go through the emotional process whenever you have stress, when you go through pain, when you go through this mourning or grieving process. It's also about better understanding of how your body, mind functions. And then you will see how you can be a trap, you can be a hindrance, you can be an obstacle to the communication process, the development of language and communication process. This has got nothing to do with language, but you know that as a human being, you need to identify yourself with the emotions, feelings, and also the experience that you go through as a human being, and then only you will know where the mountain is, whether it's a plateau or whether it's a mountain or it's a valley or a pass. Okay, so it's all about that. I wouldn't say that these two books are similar and they have the same thoughts. This is about thinking, this is about thought process, the root cause of emotional and psychological suffering. Everything is given here. The same point is covered here, the root cause of psychological and emotional suffering, but at the same time, how can you transform from being a self-absorbed person who can destroy yourself, self-sabotage? How you can master your mind, how can you become a master of regulating yourself and becoming a best possible version of the self. So that's about this book. And the next one, this book was always projected and promoted on social media. You would have seen this, you would have come across many bookstagrammers promoting this. Even I did a short video on this. Actually, this is by Anita Desai, Rosarita. It's a beautiful book cover and hardbound copy. You can finish it in a day. It's a relationship between a mother and a daughter, and it's a different twisted story, but I didn't like the ending. The ending was not so convincing. That is a writing style of Anita Desai, and she's a very famous author, one of my loved and favorite authors. It's a different plot. I liked the book cover and the combination of colors, but I would say that she has already written other books that are better than this. That's my personal opinion. But I liked the story, the connection, the bond, the network that's being established, and the inherent depth of that bond is also conveyed. But I feel that it could have been much better, especially when it comes to the ending. So that's another book that you can pick up. This is another book, A Gujarat Here, A Gujarat There. It's a beautiful book by Krishna Sobti, and it's translated. Okay, it's translated by Daisy Rockwell. It's a beautiful read. It's about the experience of a person who had to leave Pakistan and come to India. You've got Gujarat There and Gujarat Here as well. But the setting and the way it is written, it's so touching. It's like poetry. You feel with the protagonist, and you can easily visualize some of the things that happened then. Very innocent narration. She's trying to put some imagery is also used. It's a beautiful read. You can read it within a day or two. When I speak about the language and the style, it's easy to understand. She experiences insecurity when she travels, when she comes to a new place, but then how she deals with the people and all that is given there. So it's a beautiful read. The next one, I think you're already familiar with this. It has got nothing to do with gender inequality. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. It's a beautiful read. I thought it's all about people belonging to different planets, the genders, but it will help you to understand people in a better way. Get seriously involved with both the genders in friendship, relationship, and one more beautiful line is you can't live with them and you can't live without them. That's absolutely true. Now, when we say that they are from Mars and they are from Venus, it's not that they don't come together. They, of course, come together. There is a bond, and that's what makes this planet so beautiful. But at the same time, this coexistence, the thought process, the way people share their thoughts and establish their bond and connection, their indifference, the quarrels, so many things are mentioned here. The author himself says that after he wrote this book, or while he was experiencing the writing process, he was able to comprehend so many things. The titles are also very interesting. He has put in some guidelines and some quotes with some examples. So it will be like an extended exercise after you read the chapter. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. It's very easy to read. Beginners can also read, and you will get an easy access to clarity of thought, communication. At the same time, you will have most of your questions empowered and answered. You will never feel that you are dangling between these two horizons, that people are so different and you can't get along. It's not like that. This is a beautiful book, The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate with Daniel Mate. So I don't know how it's pronounced. Forgive me for pronouncing it wrong. It's a Hungarian name. He's a doctor, he's a physician specialized in trauma and addiction. So if you're interested in health problems, ailments, and all the problems that people face today, including diabetes and other health issues, are considered here. He has also given case studies, examples. That is why the book is so thick, but it's easy to understand. There are some difficult words and difficult phrases, but it's a good read. And if you're really into mental health, the connection between mental health, your body, the functioning of your body, and how your mind processes certain things, how it communicates with the body, and together there is this coherence. And your whole existence, the myth of normal is more about how the society puts you in a frame, this frame that is artificial. So here what the author is trying to tell you is to be connected, to be interconnected, to be dependent on each other in a positive, in a good way, where you build harmony, confidence, trust, belief. It's not about framing people, isolating people, and also jeopardizing the status and position of people. Nothing of that sort. As human beings, we all face societal pressures, and there could be people with unresolved trauma. You may not even know the kind of anxiety and trauma that you're going through. So this book discusses and gives you an outline along with case studies to help you comprehend and understand these aspects. It's an avenue to discovering the self, the problems faced by people, the health issues, everything stems, the root itself is in the mind. If you have time, you can go through this book, and it's a good read. The next one is all about teenage love. So I did not like this book in the beginning, but it was really good. Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I thought it is all about teenage love and something that is very immature, but that's not the case. Here it revolves around a podcast. So we have Frances and Aled. Frances is a high scorer. She's very intelligent and she's excellent at academics, but she's got a strange connection to a podcast. And the creator of the podcast is Alid. Alid is quiet at the same time. You may feel that he's an introvert. He's the creator of this podcast. And finally, it shows how self-discovery and how friendship can grow even when they are opposites, when they are poles apart in character, behavior, interest, and also passion. This one podcast connects them, and at the same time there are rumors going on at school, and after that they lose connection. They will not have any contact, and I thought that they will never meet, but towards the end of the book there is a twist, and towards the end I thought that there's going to be a mess with the plot, but the author is able to blend everything together from the beginning. It's all fragmented at times. The author is able to hold the storyline through these themes: friendship, bonding, network, social media, creativity also. So when people are different also, they can get along, but through their differences and through the mutual respect that they have, how they are there for each other to help them come out of the problems, the issues that they have. So if you want, you can just read it, and it's a good read. It's written in simple language, and definitely beginners can also pick this book. And the book that I'm currently reading is this one. You can see that I haven't finished it. Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before by Dr. Julie Smith. It's all about the mind, clarity of mind, and also it's going to help you with your communication skills. When you read these kind of books, you get a clarity on your comprehension, thought process. I wouldn't call it motivational books. I don't always read motivational books or self-help books, but something connected to the mental health, something connected to your thought process that can help you with clarity of mind, communication skills. Actually gives a lot of words. This is a very easy read, okay? But I'm just dragging it, and I'm taking more time to read because it's beautifully written. And if you want, you can take this up and even finish it within a day or two. So once I finish this book, I'll be giving you some pointers from it, because it can be used in our training classes, also in communication skills. So if you're getting stuck, if you're unable to think in English, if you can't make sentences, you can make use of the points from here. And when your mind is clear, when you feel that these are not suggestions or this is not advice, when you take these guidelines as pointers, as one step towards progress, it's going to help you. It is going to become priceless. That is how I developed. That is how I took the mentorship and guidance from my professors, my colleagues, and also my classmates. Even today, when I discuss with my learners, I learn a lot of things. Now, if you watch my videos carefully, I've done some videos on activities for beginners, intermediates, and advanced learners. There, I have made use of books, but that is given midway. So you have to really comprehend the points, the guidelines, and take these books as examples, and also quote, take those lines from the books and make it productive, useful in your language learning journey. So when I say activities, it's not about words and sentences for the sake of showing the urgency to learn the language. Of course, you can survive without English in this world, but still it's an asset to know an extra language. Nobody is forcing you. I've already mentioned about this through a couple of videos. No one is forcing you. When it's your interest, you can do it. Otherwise, you just leave it. Take it or leave it. But when you're passionate about something, there are people asking me about communication skills, the clarity of thought, and there are wrong trends also popping up every other day. We all use social media. So I would like to share these things as insights and guidelines and not as advice, because it is helping many people, and I hope that you will pick at least one book from here. I have also published my own books. I've spoken at length about them. There are some books that I did not like. I've done detailed book reviews and more to come. If you would like me to focus on a particular book next time, then I can do that. If you have some other suggestions regarding books, you can definitely send email. Thank you so much. Make it constructive, make it productive. Bye-bye.